Do you want to learn how to tame your reptile or maybe just better understand their behaviors? That's exactly what I'm going to cover in today's video. My name's Clay. This is Peanut Butter. Stick around. Before we jump into this, I want to let you guys know that some reptiles are just going to be easier than others. Some animals like bearded dragons, you could literally buy from the pet store, stick in a box, give them a little bit of heat, and they're going to love you regardless. That's because they've been bred in captivity for, what are we on, 40 or 50 generations of them. Other reptiles like savanna monitors, we're still pulling from the wild and putting in captivity, and we still run into a lot of issues. We don't even truly know how to care for those yet, so those are a tougher species. I'm going to cover everything that has worked for me, has not worked for me, and hopefully will work for you. So let's say you just got your reptile. You're probably wondering, what do I do? How do I start holding them? Now, it's not so obvious to everybody, but come from underneath of it. This shows that you're not trying to hurt it. You're not trying to scare it. You're not trying to kill it. I don't even care if it's fully tamed and you've had it 13 years or you've had it 2 days. It helps build trust that you're not trying to do anything like evil to it, I guess, in its eyes. Imagine if every time you interacted with a human, they just jumped out of a bush at you with a weapon. It would be kind of scary. That's kind of how that is for them. That's probably not the best way to explain it, but that's what makes sense to me. Yeah. One of the biggest things that I really suggest you do is when you get your new reptile, put it in its enclosure, make sure everything's dialed in. I'm talking temperatures, humidity, substrate, plants, water, everything. Make sure everything's good. Put it in there. You act like you don't have it for about a week. I wouldn't even feed it. This is going to make the difference. That reptile is in a new environment. It's learning, is it safe? Is it not safe? So if you're up at the window or the glass or trying to open it up and hold it all the time, it's going to really stress the reptile out, and it's going to start associating you as an enemy or predator, so to speak. And that is not good. We don't want that. Glass surfing is not something you need to be immediately concerned about. And what I mean by that is they're in one spot or maybe a couple all day long, never getting from that spot. Like they're not leaving to go bass. They're not leaving to go anywhere else. That's a problem. It's probably extremely stressed out. When you should be concerned, if they're never leaving that spot, that's stress, and you need to stop and figure out exactly what's going on. Biggest thing I see is husbandry conditions, UVB, heat, environment. Build an environment that your reptile comes from. Don't stick a bearded dragon in a tropical rainforest. Obviously, that's not good, and it doesn't make no sense. That will stress your reptile out. Constantly bothering it will stress it out. Improper heat, stress it out. But little periods of glass surfing are normal. Sometimes they see a reflection. There's a lot moving and going on. They're going to do it once in a while. It's normal. Mine do it, and it's okay. There's a lot of things that will really stress it out if you're not doing the right thing and you're not ready and prepared for those behaviors. I think one of the biggest things that really worked with me and my Savannah monitor, I call it the cricket trick. After you get your reptile adjusted for that first week, this is a good time to start building trust exercises. This is showing that you're there to take care of him and help him. He's not really going to see you as, oh, I love you and I want to be with you all the time, because they really don't. They really don't care much about us, unless you have bearded dragons and they're a little weird. I don't know. The cricket trick is every time you go in front of the enclosure or around the enclosure or around the reptile and they see you, get a cricket, give one to it, whether you just put it in there and it eats it or you're holding your hand in there and let him get adjusted to that. Just one. This can be kind of tedious, but I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference, especially if they're babies. If you're getting them as babies, it's even harder. They're terrified of everything. Most reptiles are this way, especially like red-eyed crocodiles. What are those, skinks? Crocodile skinks? Yeah, if you have a red-eyed crocodile skink, those things just hide from everything and anyone. Can't tame one of those. Impossible. Savannah monitors specifically, I still get a lot of questions on. People ask me tons of things all the time. That is a great thing to be doing. There's not a lot of information about them out there, so I'll try to help. Savannah monitors hide. That's what they do. I'd say up until about a year and a half, it's just gonna hide, eat, hide, and bask. Like that's really what it's gonna do. I would start by setting my hand in the enclosure, letting it get used to your smell. It's gonna tongue flick. It's gonna sometimes stare at you. Sometimes they'll get curious and start walking on you. Each one is different. Just let them get used to you. And when you're interacting with your reptile, never end on a bad note. And I'm not saying every time you pull it out, feed it, give it, interactions are gonna be different each time, but never end on a bad note. And what I mean by that is, a tail whip or them kind of hissing or puffing up. If they do, get them to calm down, hold them, just let them sit there. Just let them be with you, let them calm down, and put them back in the enclosure on a good note. When you're starting off, if you have a really rambunctious reptile, if it's fully basked, it's going to be a much wilder, more active animal. So I'm not saying pull them right out of their cold. You just got to really watch your reptile. But for me, with peanut butter, for example, if he basks, I pull him out. It's 15 to 20 minutes of him going crazy ballistic until he sits like this. But for the most part, he's pretty chill. So moving into like Chuckwalla territory, what to do with them? If you get a captive bred, it's going to be like a bearded dragon. It's going to be a lot easier to tame. It's going to be a lot more trustworthy and forgiving much quicker. That's due to the way it's being bred. So considering everyone out there has captive breds, this guide should work for you. But if you do have wild caughts, that's a lot more trust. That's a lot more you got to do. If you have a wild caught, you got to understand that it's going from a wild environment to some confined little box. It's really stressful. I would give them more time. My Chuckwalla went on a food strike for like 2 months. Didn't want to eat, didn't really want to do much. It scared the heck out of me. I didn't really know what to do. Then he got mites. He got very, very sick. I thought he had parasites. I thought everything was over. I cured the mites. I've got him tame, and now he's the cool Chuckwalla that you guys see. This is a really confusing video. I'm balancing 2 topics here. Really messing this up, I think, but we'll see how this comes out. Moving back into the Savannah monitor behaviors. Another weird one is the random spikes in hunger. Sometimes they're just gonna eat like little Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know, I said the whole name. Little T-Rexes. Then sometimes they might just not eat for a couple days. Sometimes they'll eat a little bit more. It also depends what you're feeding it. So that behavior alone is normal. If you're seeing it extended periods of not eating, then kind of get worried a little bit. I feel like I'm missing stuff, man. There's so much I want to say, and then I made this video, and it's like I'm drawing a blank. Did I cover everything? Yeah. If you guys have made it this far, smash that like button. Nah, I'm just kidding. But if you really hit like, that'd be cool. That'd be cool too. Also subscribe. Subscribing helps. Hopefully I can do this full time one day. This is my passion, and you guys are making it literally so much easier and one step closer to being able to chase my dream. I just care about these reptiles and making better information out there. I'm not trying to sound super intelligent and smart. I don't really care about that. I just care about the husbandry of the reptiles. It's really about the reptiles for me. Now it's becoming more about you guys as well. I'm getting a following, and thank you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Clay. This is Peanut Butter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.